Imagine this. It's Sunday evening. The first day of your week is already slipping away, and you've spent nearly all of it right here, on this couch. On paper, it was the perfect rest. No deadlines, no noise, just you and the soft, cold flicker of the screen. But as the sun sets, a crushing weight sets in. Your limbs feel like lead, pinned to the cushions. Your eyes are dry and stinging, and inside your head, there's a dull, rhythmic static, a noise that just won't go away. You feel as though you've spent the last 48 hours shoveling heavy, jagged coal, but your body hasn't moved. Does this feel familiar? You wake up, reach for the device, and scroll until your thumb feels numb. Statistics say we spend 3 hours a day sliding our fingers across cold glass. But for you, the Orchid, it's a forced march through a digital storm. Yet the most toxic part isn't the fatigue, it's the guilt. You tell yourself you're lazy, you beat yourself up for wasting the weekend, while your internal battery drifts toward absolute zero. You stare at that glowing rectangle, a machine designed to harvest every scrap of your attention, and you watch your own charge drop to exactly 1%. Stop right now. Take a deep, slow breath and let it out. I need you to hear this very clearly. You are not lazy, you are not weak, and you certainly aren't broken. What you are experiencing right now is a state I call emotional sweat. While your body stayed perfectly still on that couch, your brain was forced to run a high-intensity, endless marathon in a world that never sleeps. Society loves to label this as a lack of discipline. They tell you to just try harder, but they are wrong. Science proves that this exhaustion is a real physiological survival response of a healthy mind. Your nervous system, this high-resolution 8K machine, is designed to detect every nuance. But you are trapped in an abnormal environment where thousands of engineers are paid millions of dollars to bypass your defenses. Imagine a high-end computer forced to run 1,000 heavy background programs at once. It isn't lazy when the system freezes. It is simply protecting its hardware from a total burnout. You are not failing. You are an elite system that has been pushed past its safety limits. It's time to stop the self-blame and start looking at the blueprints of your brain. Let's look at the hardware. Let's see what's really happening under the hood. To understand why your energy has turned to ash, we need to take a deep dive, deep under the skull, into a place where a war is raging right now, a war you didn't even know you were fighting. First, you need to know a secret. Dopamine is not the hormone of pleasure. It is the hormone of anticipation. It is the fuel for the hunt. Your smartphone is the most sophisticated Skinner box in human history. Algorithms use what scientists call a variable reward schedule. This is the exact same logic used in slot machines. You never know if the next video will be boring or if it will give you that perfect spark of interest. And it is precisely this maybe that forces your brain to dump dopamine before you even see the content, milliseconds before the swipe. During 1 hour of scrolling, you make thousands of micro decisions: stay or flick, agree or be outraged. Every single choice is a tiny explosion in your reward system. By the evening, your receptors simply stop responding. This is desensitization. Your internal battery isn't just drained, it is damaged at the hardware level, no longer able to hold the charge of joy from simple, real-world things. The second blow hits your prefrontal cortex. In our digital space, we call this the conductor. It is the part of your brain responsible for your will, your focus, and your ability to say no. But here is the problem. The conductor is an energy hog. When you endlessly flip your attention between 15-second clips, the conductor loses its mind. Research shows shocking data. After just 20 minutes of active scrolling, the power of the prefrontal cortex drops by a staggering 22%. This is the digital fog. You are literally losing cognitive power in real time, losing the ability to plan even the next hour of your life. And while your conductor weakens, deep inside, the amygdala wakes up. This is your ancient center for fear and anxiety. In a healthy state, the conductor calms the amygdala, telling it, it's okay, it's just a picture. But for orchids overloaded with digital noise, this connection is severed. The amygdala begins to fire at full power in an empty room. This is why when you finally turn off the screen, you are hit by that strange, nameless anxiety. The world feels gray and the silence feels threatening. Your brain is a perfect survival machine running in 8K resolution, but right now it is being forced to watch the static on an old television set. This is not your fault. This is a systemic conflict between your biology and a code that is evolving faster than our evolution ever intended. Now that we've dissected the algorithmic trap and seen exactly how your resources are depleted, it's time to arm ourselves. You don't need to flee from technology into the woods or throw your smartphone away. You need to reconfigure your interaction with it at the hardware level. Here are 3 protection protocols created specifically for your hypersensitive system. The first tool is the Low-Baud protocol. Your conductor, the prefrontal cortex, desperately needs silence. Not a hollow silence where you are left alone with anxious thoughts, but an active silence. Implement this rule. 20 minutes a day of activity with absolutely zero incoming information flow. Wash the dishes without a podcast. Go for groceries without music. Simply look out the window in silence. This isn't boredom, this is analog oxygen. In these moments, your cortex stops spending massive amounts of energy filtering external noise and begins to restore those lost 22% of power. Let your processor cool down. The second tool is digital desaturation. Your brain is evolutionarily programmed to react to bright, saturated colors. For early humans, this was a signal of ripe fruit or hidden danger. Silicon Valley algorithms use this ancient bug to keep you in an eternal dopamine loop. Outsmart them. Go into your phone settings and turn on Grayscale mode. You will be amazed at how quickly the magic of endless scrolling evaporates when the feed becomes flat, boring, and gray. You are literally devaluing the very idea of addiction by stripping the algorithm of its primary visual drug. The third tool is the tactile anchor. There are moments when digital intoxication becomes so strong that the reality around you begins to feel grainy, like bad graphics. This is a signal that your amygdala is overloaded. In such a moment, use physics. Pick up an object with a distinct complex texture, a cold metal key, a piece of raw wood, or a rough stone. Close your eyes and for 60 seconds, focus exclusively on the sensations in your fingertips. This powerful grounding forcibly switches the brain from digital hallucination mode back to sensory reality. You are telling your body, I am here, I am safe, I exist. Don't try to implement everything at once. Your system is already on the edge. Choose just one tool for tomorrow. Take this first step and you will feel the battery of your mind, the very one that was at 1%, finally begin to actually hold a charge for the first time in a very long while. everything we've discussed today isn't just theory, it is a survival strategy for your mind. To help you navigate this path, I've gathered all the protocols into a single, science-backed PDF guide, the Energy Recovery Checklist. This is your personal map through the digital wasteland. Inside, you will find a step-by-step plan for implementing the Low-Baud protocol and the exact settings needed to desaturate your feed. This guide is completely free, and you can download it via the link in the description right now. Consider this your first conscious act of reclaiming control over your own attention. Don't let the algorithm distract you in this moment. Click the link, save the file, and draw your line in the sand. Your mind belongs to you alone, and it is time to protect it. But behind this physical exhaustion lies something far more personal. Have you ever caught yourself, after hours of scrolling, walking to a mirror and failing to recognize the person staring back at you? Your face feels wrong, alien, or simply not good enough. You tell yourself it's just a bad mood. No, Ethany, talk. This is a literal bug in your visual cortex, triggered by digital filters and algorithmic comparison. The machine isn't just stealing your time, it is quietly rewriting your very sense of self. In the next episode, we will explore the phenomenon of digital dysmorphia. I will explain why you stopped liking the person in the mirror and how to reclaim your true face. Click the video on your screen right now. Let's face this together. I'll see you there.